What? Look who just pulled in my garage. Hey, Grandpa 5000. We're going to go for a ride today, but I got some news for you that is hard to talk about. The depression starts here, but there's a twist, and you can see I have an unbelievably awesome looking Grandpa 10,000 bike here. This is basically the Harley Davidson of Gold Wings. This is a 2024 Street Glide Ultra, and it is a loaner bike graciously given to me by my friends at New England Motor Company. All right, so today we do actually have a fun day planned, and we're going to Searsport to show you guys some really good Maine seafood. This is just south of Brunswick, Maine, so it's a couple hours away, but it's going to be a great ride, and the weather's great for early September. This is perfect. This is what you want. Let's just talk a little bit, as we do at the beginning of the ride, about our current bike situation. I am technically not old enough to go through a midlife crisis yet, I don't think, but I'm going to call this a motorcycle crisis instead of a midlife crisis. The Pan America that I have is having trouble, and I am so upset because, well, I thought we were well beyond that situation and everything was fixed. I started having an issue where when I'm driving, it would go into neutral. And as you can see, that's not ideal. Where it really gets sketchy was when I was at Dirt Days in the last episode, and we were doing some off-road stuff, and you're coming down like a really steep grade, and you're relying on yourself to be able to turn down the bike with some throttle, and it just doesn't work very well when you go to downshift and you're relying on the engine braking, and it just goes right into neutral. It's super dangerous. And then in the attempt to film the problem, I noticed that the bike was also missing shifts going up in the gears, which I actually realized I had felt that before on a demo ride on a totally different bike. Wow, that was kind of weird. Nice. I was going through the gears, quick shift, full throttle, and it put it into neutral. I did not like that at all. So all the problems seem to come from the quick shifter, and I dropped my bike off, and unfortunately it's been at Harley for a while. They're trying to figure out what it is, and just a shout out to some of the folks that work at these dealerships. Like, they have a tremendous amount of things they have to figure out. They've got to figure out a brand new bike that they don't work on that often, and then brand new features on a bike they don't work on that often. So again, the quick shifter only goes on the CVOs right now, and then it's an aftermarket add-on, well, factory aftermarket. So there's just not a lot of techs that know how to fix it, and I went online and found out some of the stuff and gave it to the service manager, and they're going to check it out again. But they've been on the phone with the motor company, and Harley's saying they have not experienced this problem. They don't know what it is, and it's like, well, how did I get this bike? I just want something that works. That's why I'm spending the money on it. It's just so depressing. So they don't have loaner Pan Ams, and I've got this day to film, and then I have another trip in a couple days to film that's going to be great, so stick around. You're going to love that one. I need a bike, and the window for riding is closing up here. I mean, we've only got another month and a half of riding because it's fall. It comes quick up north, so it's tough. It's tough. I don't know, just really kind of a pit in my stomach about the whole thing. My plan, though, with this bike, this is I've test driven these bikes quite a bit, and I do like them, but my lower back kind of bothers me with it. So I tried another one the other day that had a different seat on it that allows you to, you know, lean back a little bit more, and I absolutely love the bike. I hate to say this, and you feel free to light me up in the comments, but I think I'm gonna sell my Pan Am once I get it fixed, and if they can't fix it, I'm gonna try to get a buyback. But if they can fix it and I get it back and it's working, I'm gonna sell it, and I'm going to buy one of these. Just not as Grandpa. I've got to make it Backdraft bikes capable, because this bike is fun, but it's a little too slow. It is quite a bit of fun to ride, though. So now that I got that out of the way and I've jambled for a few minutes here, I mean, it's just a tough situation for me, and I'm not really happy about it. One thing I did notice, though, when I started looking at the road glides and the street glides, is that there is a absolute litany of aftermarket accessories. Like, there are so many people that make parts for these bikes and trinkets, and you can do this and you can do that, and you can get more power, and you can it's absolutely absurd. And the bikes that I've, you know, obviously been riding on my channel for the last couple of years, the BMWs, they only have, I mean, there is some stuff, but it isn't like a V-twin. The V-twins are just like absolutely insane. There's so many things you can do with them. So, you know, that's what I was thinking. Instead of buying one of these specialty bikes and having problems with it, and just get something that is more universal and there's parts everywhere for it, then maybe some of the headache that I experience won't be there. Also, it appears the resale value on the V-twins hold a lot better than the Pan Ams. So I mean, that's also another thing. I really like engines, and I love the V-twin torque that these bikes have. So to me, that's kind of a plus. Besides, I got a new shop and a new house. I'm kind of having like a transformation here, and I may now identify as V-twin. I mean, it's got, that was a rev limiter. This is the 117, and the engine is pretty fantastic. I mean, they pull right up to redline, and they cruise, but it's a heavy bike, so the geometry on it is actually well balanced. And I feel like this new style, I think it started out in what, the 17, 18 or 19, where they messed with the geometry of the bike. I think this bike is actually very well balanced. It handles well. It needs a little more power, and it's too quiet. But that's, again, how Harley Davidson does it. They have all types of aftermarket everything to make you want to buy the bike and make it your own. So again, I've got something in the works. I don't want to give it away. You got to stay tuned to my channel if you want to see it. But if everything works out the way I think it's going to be, yeah, you guys are going to be pretty surprised at my next move here. And as my dad always said, by your mid-40s, you're supposed to have an addiction that you figured out already, and that you can just dive into as much as you want to. And I've kind of, you know, shown that to be the case with motorcycles. Also, late breaking news, last night, Grandpa 5000 let me try his Goldwing, because he wanted to try this bike. So I let him try it, and I rode his Goldwing. That was the first time I've ever ridden a modern Goldwing, ever. I've ridden one from the 70s, or the 80s, I should say, early 80s, and it was pretty awesome. But I gotta tell you, my impression of his bike, super smooth handling. The engine sounds amazing when you wind it up. Again, I think it should have a little bit more power, but it's pretty peppy. The only thing that I noticed on it was counter steering. You kind of had to push on the bars to get the bike to do what you want it to do, but it has a really funky suspension in the front end. The shocks go down, and it's got this like whole assembly thing. So that might be the reason why it does that. All right, we're gonna just head up here, meet at my friend's house, and then we're gonna converge and hit the road. All right, here we go. I think we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 riders. Sorry, going back to my BMW days. I don't want this video to be all about my sob story, but I will tell you this. What a great sales tactic if your bike is down to put you on something else that they think you'll like, because you end up wanting to own one. And if you ride one of these cruiser bikes and you like to do miles like I do, it's kind of a game changer. I mean, this has a radio. I have CarPlay on the actual factory screen, which is crazy. I mean, look at that. Thank you, Siri. You are so nice to me. I appreciate you. I don't know, since my open heart surgery with my sternum being so screwed up now, I find myself not doing any real off-road stuff anymore because I don't want to get hurt. I know that it's going to hurt more if I fall. So I end up just not wanting to do it anymore. Here we go. And honestly, these bikes, although they're big, their geometry is so good that they're really easy to ride and comfortable. So I hate to say it, I'm becoming my parents, and I may end up buying a big cruiser. I don't know. It's just too many positives and not enough negatives. Okay, situation update. Walmart. And this is my buddy
drop it off yet,
Skylar. Oh, look what he's got going on here. Skylar, what happened? Talk to me.
Bad stuff, melting stuff. Honestly, some might say the good stuff.
You thought you had a seat heater, but you did not.
I did
It
not.
was literally the battery melting its terminal off.
I did brand myself trying to hold it down.
Yeah, I saw that. So, and it's the molten lead drippeth down.
Yeah.
Let's go in and see if they have one. Okay, what do we got going on now? What happened?
Rebuild
Look at that.
We got some real quality stuff here.
You're using a Honda Goldwing toolkit.
Yep.
So the Japanese are cooperating with the Germans?
I don't know about cooperating, but they tolerate each other.
This is going to be amazing.
Yeah, at least when this one melts down, it's going to be fireball.
It's cool if you come over here to Darcy's and you hit the button. Hey Darcy, do you hear the American muscle? It sounds great. Oh, yeah, baby. Egg roll. Actually, I really like the power of that bike, but the engine on it sounds great. Although this engine is pretty good too. I don't know why from the factory Harley doesn't put like awesome pipes on these. They would probably sell better. Maybe it's people that buy these just know they're going to do that anyways. I don't know. I also don't know why they wanted me to lead, but they said, oh, you have a big GPS. I'm like, okay, sounds good. BMW. Yeah, you're too cool for school, see? There's a dude with a bag on his head selling lemonade. That's inviting. So this is Labor Day, and this is what happens with tourism in Maine. Traffic. It's crazy. Most of the time, no problems here. Like, you would have a great time visiting this, but look at this traffic jam. Well, we've been heading off of Route 123, and if you look on a map here, you'll see Harpswell is like this ginormous peninsula that just goes straight down into the ocean. I was born and raised in the Bath Brunswick area, early childhood. My dad was in the Navy at Bath Iron Works, and this is like just south of that. You kind of break away from the Route 1 traffic, and it's a pretty cool little isolated area. I think there's about 4,500 people that live in this town. A lot of them are probably summer residents. and it's just a nice little area. So you'll see we're about to come out to the ocean here, and it opens right up. It's awesome. Also smells very much like the ocean. A bit of trivia, Maine has one of the largest low high tide variances just because of where it's situated for the United States. We were down south this past week, and the difference between low and high tide was like a foot. Up here, in some places, it's over 20 feet. It's crazy. Hold me. Basin Point, bud. Yes, yeah. Let's take a look at this rig right here. Domino. It ain't Domino. It ain't delivery. It's Domino's. Yes, yeah. We've got two little rakes cable tied onto the luggage rack. Look at that. Oh, that's my word. Cool. Now, but where does he put the pizza? That's the problem. You know what I'm saying, buddy? Yes, yeah. Wicked decent. This place is a dump. That person is over there is living in a different tax bracket than me. Look at that, huh? All right, we just had dinner. Darcy, fries. Did you get enough salt on? Oh, salt. Darcy, stop.
Have some.
Your doctor said no.
What does he know? I'm preserved.
It looks like it snowed 4 to 6 inches in there. I don't know if you saw over here, but this guy's got a helicopter. There's another one over there. One just took off, so Michelle went home, but that guy's about to sacrifice his dog. Hi. Roof, roof. Pretty cool scenery, though. And there's the dumpster. What happened?
What color is Napoleon white horse?
Blue?
No.
White.
Very good. Who said you were slow?
Yeah, me. Ding, 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 ding. Saddle up. You
Saddle
Sally.
up. Let's go.
Sally.
Rock and roll. Try to keep up.
Beach wind time. This is the harbor. Yes, sir.
Come on, Pa.
Water's pretty clear here, too. Anyways, you ready for a swim?
You're gonna need some help with that one,
Oh! Hey, what you got in that cooler over there?
Nothing good for boys.
Oh boy, I'm coming to get some. Oh.
I got some smoked chicken.
Smoked chicken?
Yeah. I've been smoking it all day.
Oh boy! Nice car.
Thank you. Hey.
That's a Dodge, yeah, Wagoneer.
No. It's called Dodge Wayfarer.
Wayfarer.
It's a rare car. This is probably the only one in the whole state.
What year?
52.
Will she smoke the tires?
Excuse me?
Will she do a big smoke show?
It would, but there's a cop that lives around.
Oh, don't do it then. Don't do it.
I've been doing this big.
Slow it down.
Going out there. It's got a modified 318.
Oh, wow. Pretty cool. Nice talking to you. All right. She's a wild woman, she is. Yes, sir. Wild horses can't keep her down. I know. Whoa. It does sound a little lopey. You too. Yes, sir, Bob. Advance that spark and get it going, buddy. That old lady was awesome. And just like that, we're back on Civilization, back on Route 1. So that was a super fun ride. Again, awesome day for a ride. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you ever get a chance to come down to Maine, look us up and shoot us a comment. But until next time, friends, ride safe.